Ron Harris here from MuscularDevelopment.com at the Olympia Expo with your new Classic Physique Olympia champion, Breon Ansley. Amazing victory. A lot of us were calling this, a month or 2 or 3 out from the show anyway, but still, it was exciting to see it happen last night. Breon, how exciting was it for you when your name was called out in first place?
Very, very exciting. I can't even put it into words. Still taking it in. I train hard, man. I train hard, I diet hard, I do cardio hard. Everything I do is hard. So to have it come to fruition like this is such an amazing experience. You just never know if you're going to be the champion. So all you got to do is just put out positive affirmations. I'm telling myself while I'm doing cardio, while I'm training, come on, champ, let's do it. You got to win the title. But again, you never know. And obviously a goal was to come back from last year and move up those 3 slots from 4th to 1st. And we were able to do it, man. We were able to accomplish it. And, I don't plan on going anywhere. I plan on continuing that hard-ass work ethic and continuing to be the ambassador for this great new division that we have, classic bodybuilding, classic physique, classic physique.
So when you turned pro a few years ago, this division wasn't quite there yet. It didn't exist yet.
Right.
You tried to be a 212 bodybuilder.
Right. Tried.
You tried. I mean, you didn't even enjoy what you had to beef up for. You had to put on some mass, and you weren't happy with the way you were looking.
Right.
And basically almost retired from competing altogether.
Right.
But they say everything happens for a reason.
Absolutely.
This division came along, and this was meant for you, and you were meant for it.
Yes.
So, do you have that sense that this was just fate, that this division and you were meant to come together, and you were meant to be the champion?
Yeah, I mean, man, you put the positive energy out there, the positive energy comes back. I was praying every night, saying, man, can you please just help me find my way in bodybuilding? I want to stay here. I love the sport. I'm passionate about this, and I want to compete. I want to be a pro. I want to do the whole 9 yards. As a 212 guy, I was struggling on the physiques that I saw that were being representing the sport. So I struggled with that because I didn't know if I wanted my physique to be like that. So Classic came out, and it was it was well sent. It was a blessing, and I hit it full throttle, and I didn't have to think twice. I didn't have to look back. I didn't have to double think anything. I knew that's where I wanted to land and where I wanted to take it, and where I can truly be an Olympia champion in this division.
Now, in your acceptance speech, your victory speech last night, you made reference to the fact that you want to be a great ambassador for Classic Physique, and you're ready to be that ambassador. Yeah. And I think Classic is coming along at a time in the industry where people want something like this, because the open bodybuilding and even the 212 has gotten to a point where a lot of the young guys, and that's what we need to get into this if we want anything to continue.
Of course.
We need the next generation to embrace it.
Of course.
What about Classic makes it that much more attractive and something that you can really be a part of to get this next generation really involved and make this grow much more?
There's a lot of things, man. The list is endless. I mean, you got charisma in the Classic Physique division. You got the V-taper accentuated in the Classic Physique division. You have the small waist that's accentuated. We don't have to be so mass monsters in the Classic Physique division. You have the lines, the shape, the symmetry, the artistry of it, with the posing and how you present the muscle, with our routines, and it's just endless, man. It's so many things that the average guy can relate to and can aspire to be, and that's a little bit more attainable maybe than maybe a 212 guy or an open guy, because they don't have to put on as much size, as much weight, and they can just keep it classic, man. You can just keep it classy and keep it classic. So I think for all those reasons, man, Classic division is the way of the future, and it's the division that is definitely going to pave the way for this sport to increase in popularity.
Final question for you. This has been a long year. It has to have been a long year for you, because I saw you in the middle of May win the New York Pro, which means you've been prepping since January or February at the latest.
Yeah.
Here we are, it's heading toward October.
Yeah.
Are you going to take a little break before you reassess and start getting ready for next year?
Yes, I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to go to New Zealand, no, Finland, in early October to guest pose and to do a few seminars, which is going to be great. That's traveling the world. You know, that's what this is all about. That's what I spoke on last night, bringing the world together through this sport. Then we're definitely going to take some time off, and I don't know if they're going to. Arnold is going to have the classic physique division next year. Hopefully, you would think, you know, he might, because this whole division is inspired by him.
If so, would you do it?
Of course, of course, I would do it. Yes, being the first one, being the Arnold Classic, you know, being that it is Arnold, of course I would do it, and I'd be, you know, more than excited to do it. So, yep.
Well, you heard it here first. You might not have to wait that long to see Breon Ansley
around
back
the corner
on stage.
almost, man.
I mean, yeah, you'd basically start prep again in December, which is
yep.
not that far away.
That's not.
So,
it's not.
Well, you know, it's going to be tough for you, but your fans would appreciate it if you keep the ball rolling and they get more chance to see you compete, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
And, you know, it's only going to help the division grow, too.
Yes.
So,
and that's what it's all about.
Arnold and Jim Lorimer, I know you're considering it. If you haven't already made the decision,
let's make it happen, guys.
Come on, guys.
Let's make it happen. let's bring this thing to the forefront.
Yeah, you need this guy and the rest of his peers in Classic up there in Columbus. Let's see. Let's make it happen, guys. All right, I'm going to let him go. He's got fans here at the Pro-Tan booth. Been waiting for a picture, a little chat with him. So appreciate taking the time.
Thank you, Ron.
Congratulations
Thank you so much
on your Olympia victory. Well earned. Best condition in the show, might I add.
Oh, wow.
And I'm concluding open bodybuilding, 212, everything. Best condition by far.
Yes.
So for Ron Harris, muscledevelopment.com, it's been me here with Olympia champion Breon Ansley.
We out.